this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. In the midst of God's children, the Lord said He would be. It doesn't take very many. It can be just 2 or 3. And I feel that same sweet spirit that I felt oft times before. Surely I can say I've been with my Lord. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. I can hear the brush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. And we're going to do another sing-along here, and you might want to stand up for this one. It's kind of lively. In fact, I don't know. This is a Daniel Nahmod song. It has real repetitive words, and a lot of you know it. I'm in the right place at the right time. My soul is welcome here. Yeah. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Now turn to your neighbor and tell them you're in the right place at the right time. You're just where you're supposed to be. You're in the right place at the right time. You're just where you're supposed to be. Oh, your soul is welcome here. Oh, your soul is welcome here. You are getting the message loud and clear. Your soul is welcome here. Now, we all are in the right places, right? We're in the right place at the right time. We're just where we're supposed to be. We're in the right place at the right time, just where we're supposed to be. Oh, our souls are welcome here. Oh, our souls are welcome here. We are getting the message loud and clear. Our souls are welcome here. Our souls are welcome here. Our souls are welcome here. Your soul is welcome here. Your soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here.
All right, what's up, what's up, what's up? Oh, I'm sorry. I just had to do it. Am I on? Can you guys hear me? Oh, my. Welcome to Unity of Gainesville.
You're not on.
I'm not on? I can be very, very loud. How's that? How's that? How's that? Well, last week I talked about how wonderful our view is and how blessed we are here at Unity to see that. This week I want to talk about how blessed we are with the music. I mean, thank you, Kathy. I mean, it's wonderful. And the speakers. So today we have Hank Lewis, and it's going to be a wonderful service. My name is Melinda K. Ua, and I'm going to be the Sunday service leader today. Let's take a breath. I call it getting vertical, so we can deal with the horizontal. So we can deal with the horizontal. It's going to be a wonderful service. I'd like if we could silence our cell phones. We don't want any. I like to turn them off because sometimes those Amber Alerts, they sneak up on you. Welcome, welcome, welcome again to Unity of Gainesville. Welcome everybody who's online. We are live on Zoom every week, and then it's posted to YouTube, which I think is very, very convenient. Do we have anyone in our presence today that this is your first visit to Unity? Could you raise your hand? Yay! Welcome, welcome, welcome! Amazing. Nice. Welcome. Oh, wonderful. We got some Unity brothers and sisters in the house. Well, thank you. Rapali will be giving you a welcome packet that you're... All right, well, here at Unity, one of my favorite parts, not my favorite parts, we'll get to that in a little bit. One of my favorite parts is reminding ourselves each week why we're here, why we're doing all this, why we chose all this. And that is our vision, our mission, and our core values. And I don't see those up on the video yet, so you can come right over here. And if you will read, if everybody can see, if you stand up, we'll do call and response. And you can repeat after me as we recommit to our vision, mission, and core value. This is the vision. Centered in divine love, we joyfully create a world united in positive spirituality. And our mission, through prayer, meditation, spiritual education, and service, we put God's love into action. Core values. We are spirit-led. We are love. We are generosity. We are gratitude. And we are inclusivity. And here at Unity, we've been doing a chakra series. And we started on the root chakra, and we've had anchoring thoughts. And our series container is the chakra. And as we move our way up, we are now on the throat chakra. The color is blue, and it is for our communication. It represents communication and listening. The anchoring thought is Proverbs 18:121. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. Does everybody feel fall coming? Does everybody feel fall? We've got football. We've got the UF kids are back. And then does anybody know what we're expecting, what we're going to manifest next here in Florida? It's a really big deal. Forgiveness. That's coming up. Somebody's read the e-blast. World Day of Prayer. That's coming up. But before all of that, hopefully we can manifest that first day of low humidity. When everyone is, the dogs are barking, the birds are singing, and as Floridians, we're just walking around. There's just something about that first day of that. It's like that's when fall hits Florida. You know, our leaves don't change. As I was meditating this morning, getting ready today, and I was going over the significance of what we do with the 3 gongs that we do in the service. And this is my first time being able to lead this without Ryan here. So I wanted to make sure that I gave it all of me. And when I got home last night before I went to sleep, I went through all the 3 the gongs and what they represent. And I slept like a baby. And I woke up in the most peaceful place because what was on my mind was this service and the significance of the first gong. So as we go through this, and I'm going to do it a little bit different than Ryan, but it's going to have the same meaning. The first gong in our service is to honor oneness. In Advaita, the wisdom of the ancient teachings, of the fundamental knowledge, before information, Advaita means not two. There aren't two things. There is one thing. And we're living in the time-space reality where quantum physics is showing this to us, that we are one energy, oscillating and vibrating in different forms. We're different whirlpools of that one. That Sat Chit Ananda, that peace that passes all understanding. Those are the qualities of being in touch with the space that we're all one breath away, one thought away at any moment. And because there's only one, as you look around, everything you see that seems separate, everything that looks separate because of perception is really one. It's really one. We are the expressions of that one. So I wish, as I do the gong, I want everyone, before I do the gong, if everyone could close their eyes, and I want you to repeat after me. And at the end of the phrase, I want you to quietly say your name. The phrase is, I am the one expressing as. I am the one expressing as Melinda. The next gong represents how we take the oneness and the expression out into the world, into our daily lives. Hearing a story of someone you just met. Listening to that they were born in Miami and they moved around a lot. That's a divine moment. That's a sacred moment. That's an exchange of divine to divine. When you're paying a bill, when you're writing a check, those thoughts that don't feel so great, they're a part of it. And we're on our way, and we're on our way home. And also for what represents unity, and we do this every week as a reminder, the flame, the sacred flame, that we're all one. And it represents unity of us all. And the blue represents the throat chakra, how we get to communicate with each other and listen to each other and learn. This is a fun part. It's a fun part. We get to talk about the great things. September is just full of activity here at Unity. The first thing I want to talk about is the World Day of Prayer that's happening in September. And Rupali is the lead, and she's the expert, and she's going to tell us all the happenings.
Expert may not be the best word choice. Jackie Tatum and I are the co-leaders of the prayer ministry here at Unity of Gainesville. And we are celebrating our 32nd World Day of Prayer here in our Unity of Gainesville. The theme of this year is Be Still and Know. The affirmation, in stillness, I awaken to divine wisdom. And because we are blessed to be able to live stream, we are going to be live streaming some of the World Day of Prayer events, and we are also going to be having programming that is Unity of Gainesville led, with people like Carla, myself, Jackie, Marcy. 4 congregants will be supporting us and doing readings for us. And we are seeing that as the event schedule here is out underneath the TV, and you can look at it. The web, either the website or the e-blast has the colored World Day of Prayer times that all match the times that you can live stream. Now, I want to mention right off the top, you can live stream from your home, or you can come here to Unity and we'll be doing it together, either one. And that live streaming, if you wish to do it from home, is free, but you must register in order to get the link that will be emailed to you. That's the piece that you must do if you wish to be at home. Online, folks, if you wish to contribute in that way. And what we are going to be doing is at 6:30, we'll be honoring the theme, remembering that indeed in stillness I awaken to the divine wisdom. So we will be using, I will be leading a short meditation at 6:30 to 7. From 7 to 8, we will have the Unity of Gainesville programming. Then we will tap in at 8 o'clock with the Unity Worldwide Ministries, and we will stream with our AV support. There will be a 10-minute break. That is just for Wednesday evening. Then on Thursday, it is a morning event that starts at 11:30, and that will again be the Unity of Gainesville with Carl and I leading out on that, and then going right into the Unity Worldwide Ministries prayer service and the Unity Worldwide Ministries panel discussion, and then we will do a summary and closing. That then will take us to about 2 o'clock. So this sheet is available to be used. It is out underneath the TV, and we will be putting in the names of the people that are going to be supporting us with our 4 reflection questions that were suggested by World Day of Prayer. Come. It is a time to be together as that one. Where's my beloved Melinda? There she is. And I want you just to know that when you come together in that sacred silence, in that stillness, that is when it becomes absolutely visceral. A knowing that is beyond the mind. We are one.
All right, and now we're going to have Marcy come up and tell us about the next, I love this one, the Forgiveness Challenge, and maybe the brown bag lunch also.
Thank you so much. So for anyone who doesn't know, tomorrow, September 1st, we are starting 30 Days of Forgiveness Challenge. Now, what does this mean? It means every single morning we will be meeting online through a link that you'll get when you register from 9 to 9:30. And you'll be met with someone who will be presenting. I don't know if this is working, but nonetheless. So you will be met with someone who is presenting something that resonates with them about forgiveness. So inherently, there will be a little mini lesson in it. It could be a poem, a quote, a meditation, a song, anything at all. And there'll be a representative from Unity there. Typically, it'll be a clergy member. And we're going to be talking about forgiveness and, of course, igniting that energy so that you carry it with you throughout your day and make certain that you're infecting those around you. So the purpose of this is to create a vortex of energy based on forgiveness And to come into this place where we recognize that this is really the gift of life, right? Every single one of us, should we be experiencing any kind of resistance in life, it's always an indication that there's energy that needs to be let go of. And it requires often a forgiveness process, which we're going to be talking about the whole month long. So that starts tomorrow, every day from September 1st to the 30th. Please register. There's registration material outside. And it's free for anyone. Please share this with your friends, your family, and if you read the email we sent out, even your frenemies. So the other thing is every Wednesday from 4:30 to 6, I think we decided, from 4:30 to 6, we will be meeting out here in the welcome area. You're invited to bring your dinner and a drink. It's not a potluck, just brown bagging it. And we're coming together just to talk. Talk about things in our lives, talk about our dog, talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about. The purpose of it really is to get to know each other more, to create a deeper level of intimacy, to become more social with each other, and to know that we're here for each other. It won't be a situation where, you know, there's guidance or coaching or anything like that going on. It's really a listening salon. And so come with your ears connected to your heart and your heart connected to your throat, your mouth, and let's just be together in community, all right? Every Wednesday in September from 4:30 to 6. Okay.
It's also an opportunity for you to pack a lunch like you had when you're in elementary school. Wouldn't that be fun? Peanut butter and jelly and potato chips. And now I'd like to call up SSL number 2, Celeste.
Good morning. So those of you that have the Daily Word, which is a booklet, some of you I've found didn't know what the Daily Word was when we talk about it. It's actually that Unity puts out, and we get it every 2 months in the mail. And for those of you that don't know, you can get a subscription, and it costs about $1.25 a month. So but every day you get a daily word. And for me, it's extremely important because these talks that they have in that booklet help you on how to live your best life in a very practical way, which was really how Unity was formed, in how to live your best life. Healing, by the way, is the word of today, and healing is one of the most basic things about Unity, because one of its founders, Mildred Fillmore, needed to be healed. And in doing that, she helped create Unity. So healing is important. That is the word. And the affirmation is, I use uplifting words to support my healing. And the scripture comes from Proverbs chapter 4, verse 20 to 22. My child, be attentive to my words. Do not let them escape from your sight. Keep them within your heart, for they are life to those who find them and healing to all their flesh. A teacher asked students to draw self-portraits surrounded by rays of sunshine and swords radiating from their hearts. The rays represented uplifting words. The swords symbolized hurtful ones. This exercise powerfully illustrated that words can heal or harm. Today, I commit to using words that affirm my divinity. I receive these sentiments into my heart, acknowledging their truth. I release any words that do not uplift me. I heal myself by using words of kindness and encouragement. I will also be mindful of the way I speak to others, choosing words that soothe, strengthen, and affirm. I honor water the light within everyone and help create a healthy, compassionate world. And the affirmation one more time. I use uplifting words to support my healing.
Thank you, Celeste. All right, come on up. We're sharing a microphone today, and he needs no introduction, so I'm just going to let him take over. There you go.
Thank you. Join me as we pray together. Loving Spirit, we acknowledge and affirm that there is one power and one presence in the universe and in each of our lives, and that is God, who is good and who is omnipotent. And as we have heard in today's daily word, we also affirm that we're willing to use our words to speak good to those around us, to speak good to those that we love, to speak good to those that we don't love so much, and to speak good to ourselves. And we acknowledge that this is all done through aligning ourselves with the spirit of the Christ presence that lives within each one of us. And we know that it is so. And so it is. Amen.
Well, this is a song that I wrote that was based on the words of many people that I heard speak, including ministers here at Unity, like Marsha McCartney, Reverend Carla, Reverend Hank Lewis, and as well as other people that I played music for when I was at their presentations and talks, like Marianne Williamson and Alan Cohen and other New Thought leaders. So this song is just kind of a putting together of some words that inspired me, and I hope they inspire you too. It's from my album, The Traveler. I don't know if this is going to be heard, but we'll try it. Just for one more day, I choose kinder words to say. With a loving heart, I do my part to keep doubt and fear at bay. I won't be cold or small. I'll look for the good in all, and I'll shine a light on the dark of night to help others find their way. Just for one more day. I know that peace begins within. We each must do our part to bring about a peaceful world. I must come from a peaceful heart. So this is what I'll do, and I'll start right here with you. In a loving way, I'll say namaste. I behold the good in you. Just for one more day. When I look for the love and light in everyone I see, then love and light become more bright, illuminating you and me. So this is what I'll do, and you can do it too. Just turn to your neighbor and in a loving way say namaste. I behold the good in you, just for one more each day, one more, just for one more day. Thank you. Well, it's on here.
Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Melinda. It's on. You're going to have to cut me way up, Zoe. I am soft-spoken, so the louder you make me, the better it'll be today. Hey, ask and you shall receive. We are all good. It's all good and it all works out the way it's supposed to. But I'm excited to be able to share with you on this 7-week discussion of the throat chakra. You've looked at words, you've looked at your voice, and we're going to look at that today again. You've looked at hearing some. You've heard some beautiful music throughout this time period. There have been all sorts of things that you've gone over, and I want us to look at the verse one more time that Melinda read. The scripture from Proverbs 18:21 starts with, life and death are in the power of the tongue. The Vishuddha, or the throat chakra, acts as the body's communication hub. It's where you find your voice. It's where you speak your truth. And you get to sing praises for yourself and for others as well. The chakra is associated with speaking and expressing yourself, but also about hearing and being heard. Philosophically, the throat chakra is associated with truth and clarity and responsibility. The Vishuddha chakra is associated with the throat, but it also includes your tongue, your lips, your cheeks, your jaw, and your ears, as well as the lower part of your neck and all the way up through your spinal cord to the back of your brain. It covers a lot of area. What a tremendous way for us to be able to communicate with others. In order for our creative ideas to flourish and to manifest from divine idea and divine mind, we have to be able to express ourselves. And that's where the throat chakra comes in. Your creative ideas need the throat chakra energy to be able to find voice in this world. Over the past 6 years, I've been traveling to various Unity Spiritual Centers and other New Thought centers and speaking for their Sunday services, teaching classes, teaching workshops. And that's kind of amazing to me, because all this time in the back of my head, I remember this story from when I was a little kid. I was 4 years old, and once a week, my mom and I went to downtown Macon, Georgia, where we were living at the time. And we crawled up, it seemed like, these creaky old wooden stairs to the second floor of this building. And when we got to the second floor, we just sat in a waiting room and waited for the doctor that I was seeing. And when that doctor came and got us and took us into the back room, there was a big rug on the floor. And the doctor had us lie down on that rug, had me lie down on the rug. And then he taught me different rhymes and had me say different speech, different things that were related to speech, different stories and different lines and things that I was required to say. It was interesting because I thought it was playing a game. And I didn't learn until much later in life it was because I didn't speak very well as a child. Now, I'd love to know what I didn't do well, but there's nobody left that was around when that was taking place that could share that with me. So I'm just going to say things have gotten a lot better. I've spent 40 years in higher education, 30 of those as a professor. And I've spent 35 years either singing or speaking to various churches. So I think I must have overcome whatever that issue was. I will say, you don't overcome any of it alone. I know that a lot of prayer and a lot of meditation went into my getting to this point in life. I know a lot of my prayer and meditation go into what I do. But while I thought I was playing a game, I was actually being prepared for what's next. And when we allow ourselves to be prepared for what's next, it's amazing the things that happen and the things that occur in our lives. Over the years, I've learned a lot by teaching. My first teaching was when I was 16 years old, and I taught 4- and 5-year-olds. Bless you, Miss Gwen. I bless all our children. I love to see them, and I love the fact that we have someone who loves them enough to be right back there working with them. I learned a lot when I was a youth minister. That was probably my longest stint. And then I worked with young adults, and then I have worked with older adults since then. But most of my time has been with that young adult age. So I learned a lot about speaking. I learned a lot of colloquial language that I probably shouldn't share with you this morning from the students that I listen to all day long. It's been an amazing treat to get to know them and to understand the things that are important to them. In Unity, we have a third principle which says, we are co-creators with God, creating reality through thoughts held in mind. Or some of us are more used to hearing thoughts held in mind produced after their kind. So it's those things that we spend our time dwelling on in thought. This isn't talking about a fleeting thought that passes through your mind. All of us have those. All of us are very grateful that nobody hears them when they flow through our mind. At least I am. So we want to know, what is it that we're dwelling on? And usually those things that we dwell on as thoughts, we eventually speak out loud. And we will say them out loud. And I think that's where the power comes. That carries the real power in the universe, that we have put these words into we have put these thoughts into words which create our actions, which allow us to manifest the divine ideas that we have. Charles Fillmore, Unity's co-founder, said, words are also seeds, and when dropped into the invisible spiritual substance, they grow and bring forth after their kind. That means that what we say, including what we say to ourselves, is going to help shape our reality. In New Thought, we affirm that words have power. Speaking our intentions aloud is a sacred act of co-creation with divine mind. And when we dedicate ourselves and we declare our intentions, we align our consciousness with spiritual truth and open the way for manifestation. As Fillmore said, words are like seeds. When we speak something aloud, we give it life. And what we continue to say, good or bad, becomes our reality. Your voice is important. I often hear people saying things like, I always get sick this time of year. I am so out of shape, I need to work on my body before I go on vacation. The economy is so bad, I won't be surprised if I get laid off. Or we go into those I am statements, those powerful statements where we put something after the I am of God and say things like, I am so broke. I am a failure. I am worthless. I am not good enough. I am tired. I am damaged goods. I am so stupid. I am a disappointment to my family. It's amazing how often I hear those I am statements. And it's amazing how often some of us say them without realizing what we're doing. I am tired is one of my favorite phrases that I am working diligently to get out of my brain and my mindset. Because sometimes I'm not even tired when I just say I'm tired. I just don't want to do whatever it is that people are asking me to do. So I need to use my voice to say that and not to say, I am tired. We often use these self-critical and self-depreciating phrases that express a negative or distorted view of who we are. They perpetuate those feelings of hopelessness and inadequacy. But I think our task is to reframe them. To say things like, I am so blessed. I am healthy and strong. I will accomplish my goals in life. I am prosperous, profitable, and out of debt. So let's go back a minute to Proverbs 18:21. What we read is part of that verse. The whole verse says, life and death are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat of its fruit. Ever heard that last part? Ever had anybody tell you that at some point in time you're going to eat your words? Most of us do somewhere along the way. That's part of what we do when we speak and say things that maybe we shouldn't have said or don't necessarily mean. It emphasizes the consequences, though, of our speech and how it's ultimately going to affect us. We cannot constantly speak of lack and expect to live in abundance. We cannot speak of the goodness of God and then constantly berate those around us. We cannot speak good to ourselves and to others and then in our mind play games where we tell ourselves we are not good enough. We need to speak to ourselves and speak to others with good thoughts. James 3:9 and 10 says, with the tongue we praise our God, and with it we curse human beings who have been made in God's likeness. Out of the same mouth comes praise and cursing. My brothers and sisters, this should not be. We need to honor the oneness that Melinda spoke of this morning. We need to be careful what we say to our brothers and sisters on this earth. We need to speak good to them. Now, I'm going to be honest and just say sometimes that is very difficult. But it's a part of our soul evolution. It's a part of our growing process where we learn to say the best for everyone. We can't constantly berate people and expect there to be change in this world. We have to speak peace and love and goodness and plenty and power so that we can share that with the world. We need to eliminate our self-defeating talk, and we need to stop disparaging others. A few years ago, I noticed while I was doing Facebook and Instagram that all I was posting was negative stuff. I don't know if any of you ever do that or ever notice that about yourself, but I was posting all the things in the world that ticked me off. That was a lot. I was just posting away, just recopying other people's memes, other things that were there, and I was putting it up and letting it go. I was letting it rip. And then I heard that still small voice of God that said, peace be still. Be still and know that I am God. Be quiet is what peace be still means. Just be quiet. Think about what you're saying before you put it out into the universe. I was in a meeting this past week with my team at UCF, and one of the coworkers started to say something out loud. It's kind of one of those things that you think, but maybe don't speak. And before she got about the third word, our boss said, we are not putting that in the universe. Just don't say it. That seems so simple, yet it's so powerful. What are we putting into the universe? What is it that we're saying to ourselves and to others? And when do we need to just be still and be quiet? It's not my place to criticize others. It's not my place to criticize myself. I should be speaking victory and love to myself and to everybody that I come into contact with. The last time I was with you, a couple of months ago, I gave you homework. and ask you to stand in front of a mirror, look at yourself, and compliment yourself instead of looking at yourself and finding everything you can see that's wrong with you. I would ask how many of you did it, but I don't want to embarrass anybody. And I would be embarrassed if nobody raised their hand. But I'm going to invite you to try that one more time. Stand in front of your mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and compliment yourself. That's difficult for so many people. Here's some thoughts. I am healthy. I am beautiful. I am strong. I am renewing my strength just like the eagles who soar. I have a great memory and a clear mind. I have clarity of thought. My youth is being renewed. I am energetic. I am valuable. I am in shape. I am happy and enjoy my life. I am passionate. I have a bright future. And my favorite of them all, I am a child of God, and I accept my inheritance of all good things. I believe we're called to speak, and to speak out loud, success to ourselves and to others. Compliment each other, bring out the good in each other. Source or God, whatever you want to call this beingness, is our supply. And with God, all things are possible. On my way to each speaking engagement, whether it's spiritual or at work or whatever it is I'm doing, I have a song I play. I was listening to it this morning when somebody drove up next to me. I'm not sure who that was, but that's why I wasn't getting out of my car when I first got here. It's a song by Fernando Ortega, and it's called Let the Words of My Mouth. It's based on Psalm 19:14 and Philippians 4:8. This is probably the most scripture you've ever heard me use in a talk. Psalm 19:14 says, "Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O God, my strength and my Redeemer." This verse speaks to the indwelling God, the Christ presence in every one of us. It's a call to our inner alignment. When I consider this verse, I know that my words shape my reality, and the things I dwell on in my mind also shape that reality. I know that as children of God, we're called to live from the inside out, which means we need to be very careful what's on the inside. Thoughts create our words, words create our reality. We need to spend time speaking good over each other. Philippians 4:8 says, "Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things." And I would add, speak about those things. Use your voice to speak of good. Unity interpretation of Philippians 4:8 says that it's a spiritual filter for our consciousness. Don't allow things into your consciousness that you don't want there. Let them go. Marcy's talking about forgiveness. If you have not done a forgiveness class, I encourage you to show up and do forgiveness. We need to work on forgiveness in our world. And it's difficult sometimes to just do it by ourselves, so it's helpful to have a group with you. But you can work on that, and then we can use that as a filter for what's going through our brain. We are to choose thoughts that align with divine truth and speak them into reality. Start your day with gratitude, a morning intention. May your words and your thoughts be acceptable, pleasing, and powerful. During lunch or at midday, check in with yourself. How are you doing with your intentions? Are you staying positive, or are you letting whatever yucky part of your day is take over? One of my favorite sayings from a friend of mine that says it often is, you had one bad hour out of the 24, and yet that's what you concentrate on. Let's concentrate on the other 23 that are great and are good and are supporting our soul work. And then for the evening, this is a question a friend of mine taught me years ago. So every night I end with, did I speak from love today? Did I speak from love today? And if there's anybody that I didn't do that with, then I need to do that forgiveness work with them and for myself. Now I want to close this morning saying, for a lot of us, this kind of sounds like in our current world, in our current country, pie in the sky by and by when I die sort of stuff. Because reality is, some things are tough right now. But what I want to say to you is, as a child of God and as a divine being on this earth representing God, then you are called to speak up when you need to. You are called to speak truth into this world. I don't know what your truth is. You know that. That's between you and your version of God. But you need to be willing to speak up and speak out when it's your time to do that. We are being called to speak when necessary, but we also need to remember that we are a radiant expression of divine love on this earth. And we need to show that love to everyone around us. Speak positive things into your life. Speak healing. Speak success. Speak happiness. Speak power. Speak wholeness. Speak hope. Speak truth. Speak love. Speak grace. And speak peace. I invite you now to take a deep breath with me. Become comfortable in the seat that you're in. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders and your neck. Let your hands rest comfortably in your lap. If you're comfortable doing so, I invite you to close your outer eyes. I invite you to scan the environment around you. Listen for what noises you're hearing, other people around you. Know that that's simply a part of your meditation this morning. Now I invite you to focus on your breath. Slow down your breathing a little bit. Allow your breath to just be consistently going through your body. Breathing is something we don't have to do. It's done for us. If you need to, take another deep breath. And now I want you to envision and imagine a spinning sky blue light at the base of your throat. Feel this light filling your throat area. With each breath that you take, let that light expand out, expanding into your neck, expanding into your jaw, expanding through your ears, through the entirety of your head. Allow your body to feel that loving, bright light in your throat area and expanding throughout your throat chakra. I invite you, if you're comfortable, to make a sound, to just simply hum out the word hum, H-U-M. Feel that vibration in your throat. Feel that blue light of love in your throat and the vibration from the word. Let's say the word one more time. I invite you now to whisper or say softly this affirmation. I am grateful for the ability to speak my truth. I am grateful for the ability to speak my truth. And I invite you now to take just a moment and spend it with us in a time of silence. comfortable, bring yourself back into this space, into this moment, into this time. Open your eyes. Move around a little bit to loosen up your body. And then say, thank you, God, for the opportunity we have to listen and to hear, and for the opportunity we have to speak. And so it is. Amen.
And sometimes we know. We know why we're where we are. Sometimes why we got dressed. And the universe just has a way of speaking to you. So thank you so much. As I was sitting there, I was led. As some of you may know, Rupali knows that I am the queen of spiritual analogies because some of the teachers and what they have shared and some of the analogies that Source shared with me helped my analytical brain understand some of these higher concepts. I've been going to the Springs because I will be moving back to St. Petersburg, so it always pops into my head, you better go swimming. You know, it's going to be too cold really soon. So I went to Poe, and if you've been there, you know how beautiful these springs are and how beautiful the water is, and it's always clear, and it's the most vibrant blue you've ever seen, and people just want to hover over it and float there. And then I noticed for some reason, along the left of the spring, they had put up some type of barrier, and I'm sure it was for the floods or environmental reasons, and I was standing there on the sandbank, and I looked over to the side, to that water that had been cut off from its source. Didn't look so great. Looked like a pond. It was dark. That water was still part of the source. It just had been cut off momentarily. The second they lift that barrier, all the life and the water, it will look just like the rest of the spring. So it came to me that this work we're doing, the source is there. We just have to, the forgiveness work, and everything that Hank talked about, and everything that Kathy was singing about, is the unraveling of the barrier that has been put there so that source can move forward through all of us. It's already there. We're not finding anything. We're not having, it's a realization of oneness. It's, the Latin word is revelare. I love Latin words. So the forgiveness work and everything that Hank talked about today was so that we could just automatically let that source of living water that's always there, always wanting to come forward, always wanting to be expressed, always. It's always flowing and it never goes away. It's a breath, it's a thought, it's an alignment. I guess what I'm trying to say is start with gong one. Because when you wake up in the morning, your mind's on gong three. It's called the ushers forward. So we can have an opportunity not only to give our words and speak, but to give the resources for this. I'm not going to cry. This building, this facility, you people, I moved to a farm in Alachua because I wanted to find myself. And I found a family. And I found friends forever. And I found the love that I received here that I wish every day that every human on earth could feel. That non-judgmental, that open arm, that we got this, you know? You can't really put it into words. So ushers, come forward. And your financial, your energy, your words, your music, your speaking helps keep this platform going. As we embrace this principle of giving as a spiritual practice, we'll bless these gifts, knowing that as we give, our blessings are multiplied. And they touch so many souls. And if you wish, place your hand over your heart and repeat after me, because we learned today that words matter, right? Divine love expresses in me, through me, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, Kathy.
A lot of you might know this. Feel free to sing along if you do. I love myself the way I am. There's nothing I need to change. I'll always be the perfect me. There's nothing to rearrange. I'm beautiful and capable of being the best me I can. And I love myself just the way I am. Say that when you look in the mirror. And now this one. You can say to other people. I love you the way you are. There's nothing you need to do. When I feel the love inside, it's easy to love you. Behind your fears, your rage and tears, I see your shining star, and I love you just the way you are. I love you just the way you are.
All right, we're a little early today. Miss Gwen ready? She's got a smile on her face this morning. I said, did the Gators win? She said, you didn't know? I won't tell you what I was doing. My mom went to FSU, sorry.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Well, it's a holiday weekend, Michelle. No school tomorrow. Let's go somewhere. How about them Gators?
Woo!
Well, today, since we only had Aurora and Griffin, who is now walking, we decided we would celebrate God with a play day, because God wants us to play, right? Yeah, we did have a story called I Am, and we had to guess who the I Am was through the whole book, and we found out I am inside of you, I am in the little bird on the windowsill, I am in the grass, everything, and we found out it was God. It was, I am everywhere and in you.
All right, you know how we like to bless the children here at Unity? Everybody rub your hands together. What does Ryan say? Like you're going to eat a good dinner? You're going to get hungry for a good dinner, and we're going to bless the children. Please repeat after me. Children, you are perfect just the way you are.
You are perfect just the way you are.
The divine, beautiful, outpouring of source.
Outpouring of source.
All you desire is already yours.
Already desire is already yours.
Because you and God are one.
Because you and God are one.
We love you.
We love you. We really, really love you. Mwah!
Look at that smile. I think she felt the love. I think they're feeling the love. Whoa.
Wow.
A mermacorn? Oh my goodness. We were just talking about the springs, maybe. Oh, Morticorn. Oh. That's amazing. What? Mermaid. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing, darling. Thank you. All right. If we could stand up, we'd like to gather around in a circle. Everybody hold hands.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joy as well. To take each moment, live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
All right, Miss Gwen, you have to help me with this one. The light of God surrounds us. We are light. The love of God enfolds us. We are love. The power of God protects us. We are power. The presence of God watches over us. We are presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Everybody have a great week, a great holiday. Thank you for coming. Your presence was amazing. Oh, today at 12:30, we have the prayer circle in this auditorium. Also, one more thing. The brown bag is a series. You don't have to come to every one. You just drop in. The brown bag on Wednesday nights. You just drop in. Yeah, this Wednesday. Yep.